is the greatest lie ever told that you're average. That your life is destined to be a gray, monotonous sequence of days strung together by obligation and overshadowed by the success of others. We are sold this story from the moment we are born. A subtle, insidious narrative that whispers of limitation, of settling for less, of playing it safe. It's a script written by society, edited by fear, and performed by a cast of well-meaning but misguided voices telling you to be realistic. They tell you to fit in, to not rock the boat, to take the path of least resistance. But what if that path, that comfortable, well-worn track, is actually a prison? A gilded cage built from the bones of your unfulfilled potential? What if the extraordinary life you glimpse in the quiet moments, the one that ignites a flicker of passion and purpose in your soul, isn't a fantasy? What if it's your birthright? The truth is, there's a force within you, a raw, untamed energy that is waiting to be unleashed. This isn't a pep talk. This is an awakening. A call to arms against the mediocrity that threatens to consume your legacy. You were not created to be a footnote in the story of life. You were born to embody unstoppable energy. But what is this energy? It's not some abstract, mystical concept. It's the tangible, undeniable power of a burning desire. It's the engine that drove Thomas Edison through thousands of failed experiments, not to prove his genius, but to prove the possibility of a light bulb. It's the relentless vision that pushed Walt Disney to build an empire out of a single hopeful mouse, long after the world told him his dreams were childish and impractical. It's the unyielding focus that allowed Abraham Lincoln to rise from humble beginnings to lead a nation through its darkest hour, fueled by a singular, unwavering purpose. They all shared a common denominator, an all-consuming, white-hot desire to achieve a specific outcome. Your journey and the energy you must harness begins not with action, but with thought. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess, yet we treat it like a junk drawer filled with clutter, outdated beliefs, and other people's opinions. To unleash your inner power, you must first become the master of your own mental domain. This is not about positive thinking, it's about definitive thinking. It's about cultivating a mindset so razor sharp, so focused on your desired outcome, that doubt simply has no room to exist. This requires a radical commitment. You must become the gatekeeper of your thoughts, ruthlessly ejecting any negativity, self-doubt, or limiting beliefs that try to sneak in. Just as you wouldn't allow a thief into your home, you cannot allow destructive thoughts to occupy your mind. Imagine your mind as a forge. What you put into that forge determines what you can create. If you feed it fear, scarcity, and self-pity, you will forge a life of limitation. But if you feed it faith, courage, and an unshakable belief in your own capacity, you will forge a life of limitless possibility. This belief isn't wishful thinking. It's a fundamental understanding of how the universe operates. The world responds to certainty, not to hope. When Henry Ford was told his Vate engine couldn't be built, he didn't listen. He simply told his engineers, produce a Vate engine. I don't care how long it takes, but don't come back to me until you have it. The engineers, initially paralyzed by the impossible task, eventually found a way. Ford's belief wasn't a suggestion, it was an absolute command. He knew what he wanted, and his belief in its possibility created the reality. He commanded the universe to bend to his will. You must do the same. This isn't about arrogance. It's about a quiet, profound conviction in your own potential. It's the difference between saying, I hope I succeed, and declaring, I will succeed. It is not a question of if, but of how, and I am committed to finding the way. This conviction is the spark that ignites the unstoppable energy within you. It is the fuel that will carry you through every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt. It's the bedrock upon which all great achievements are built. Without it, you are simply a ship without a rudder, adrift on a sea of possibility but going nowhere. But conviction alone is a ghost without a body. It needs a tangible form, a clear destination. This is where clarity of purpose becomes your North Star. You must define, with painstaking detail, what it is you truly want. Vague desires lead to vague results. Saying you want to be successful is like saying you want to travel. It means nothing without a destination. Do you want to build a business that changes an industry? Write a book that inspires millions? Create a foundation that helps those in need. Be specific. Write it down. Make it so real that you can feel it, taste it, see it with your mind's eye. I call this a definite chief aim. This isn't just a goal. It's the singular driving purpose that directs every thought and action. It's the lens through which you filter every decision. Does this decision move me closer to my purpose or further away? If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. This ruthless prioritization is the key to focus in a world designed to distract you. Social media, endless notifications, the opinions of others, these are all sirens luring you onto the rocks of inaction. Your purpose is your anchor. It keeps you grounded, moving in a single direction, no matter how turbulent the waters become. This is the phase of creation where you become an architect of your own destiny. You're not simply reacting to life, you're designing it. Elon Musk didn't start with a multi-billion-dollar company. He started with a vision of a future where humanity was a multiplanetary species. That vision, audacious as it was, became his purpose. It guided his decisions, from founding SpaceX to investing in Tesla. He saw the end result with such vivid clarity that the obstacles in front of him were merely temporary problems to be solved, not insurmountable walls. Your purpose is the map, but it's worthless without a compass. That compass is your vision. Your vision is the emotional and sensory experience of your purpose already achieved. It's not just a list of bullet points. It's a living, breathing movie playing in your mind. What does it feel like to stand on that stage, to sign that contract, to see your creation come to life? What are the sounds, the smells, the emotions of that moment? You must internalize this vision until it becomes more real to you than your current reality. This is the power of autosuggestion. By repeatedly and with deep emotion impressing this image upon your subconscious mind, you begin to program your brain for success. You are no longer just an observer of your life. You are the director, the screenwriter, and the lead actor. This is not a passive process. This is a deliberate, conscious act of mental creation. Every morning, every night, you must engage in this practice. Don't just think about it, feel it. Let the feeling of success permeate your being. This is the secret of the great achievers. They didn't just stumble into success. They became it long before the world saw the results. They lived in their future, and their present-day actions were simply the physical manifestation of that internal reality. They had a singular obsession, a magnificent obsession, and their entire lives became a testament to that obsession. To truly embody unstoppable energy, you must be consumed by this obsession. It's a fire that burns so bright, so hot, that it melts away procrastination and self-doubt. It turns resistance into fuel and failure into a teacher. It's the kind of obsession that led Steve Jobs to obsess over the perfect shade of gray, the perfect curve of a corner, the perfect feel of a product in your hand. Others might have called it madness. He called it an unwavering commitment to his vision. He knew that the smallest details mattered because they were all part of the larger, more magnificent whole he was creating. And so must you. Your obsession must be all-encompassing, a beautiful burden that you carry with pride. It is a sign that you are on the right path, that you are aligning with your true purpose. The world will try to pull you in a million different directions, but your obsession will be your single point of focus, your immovable object in a world of chaos. It is the core of your unstoppable energy, the wellspring from which all your power flows. And what good is power without purpose? None. Your purpose isn't just about what you can achieve for yourself. It's about what you can contribute to the world. A truly magnificent obsession is one that serves others. Think about it. Why did Edison want to invent the light bulb? Not just for personal glory, but to bring light to the world. Why did Carnegie want to build his steel empire? To build the infrastructure of a nation. Why did Ford want to build a car for the masses? To give people freedom of movement. Their passions were fueled by a deeper, more profound purpose that transcended their own self-interest. They were driven not by greed, but by a genuine desire to create something of value for humanity. This is the kind of purpose that transcends a paycheck. It's the kind of purpose that will get you out of bed on the darkest of days because you know your work is bigger than you. It is the kind of purpose that will give you the strength to persist when others have long given up. It is the kind of purpose that will attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right resources to you, because the universe conspires to support those who are committed to a worthy cause. Your unstoppable energy, when channeled through a purpose that serves, becomes an irresistible force for good. So, ask yourself, what is the legacy you want to leave behind? What problem are you uniquely equipped to solve? What truth are you here to tell? Your purpose is waiting for you to discover it. It's buried beneath the layers of expectation, fear, and self-doubt. You must be an archaeologist of your own soul, digging deep to unearth the treasure that is your unique calling. Don't just wait for a sign. Go out and find it. This is your life. The pages are blank, and you hold the pen. What will you write? But writing the script is only the first step. True power lies in the execution, in the relentless, unwavering discipline to show up every single day. We live in a world that praises talent, but talent without discipline is a beautiful ship in a bottle, admired but going nowhere. Discipline is the bridge between your grand vision and your current reality. It's the mundane, unsexy, day-to-day grind that no one sees. It's waking up before the sun, even when your bed feels like the only safe place in the world. It's putting in the reps, even when you don't feel motivated. It's a series of small, intentional actions that over time compound into a colossal force of change. Think about Michael Jordan. We celebrate the championships, the game-winning shots, the legendary career, but we often forget the thousands of hours in the gym, the relentless practice, the unwavering commitment to a craft. He didn't become great on game day. He became great in the solitude of the gym, perfecting his shot, his footwork, his mental toughness. His unstoppable energy was not a gift. It was the result of a disciplined routine. The same is true for all masters of their craft. Whether it's an artist, an athlete, or an entrepreneur, their greatness is forged in the fire of discipline. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It's a habit, not a personality trait. You build it by starting small. It's easy to be motivated to change the world. But can you commit to one small, non-negotiable action every day? Can you read for 30 minutes? Can you work on your project for an hour? Can you say no to the distractions that steal your time and energy? These small acts of self-control are the building blocks of a disciplined life. They are the quiet victories that no one else sees, but they are the ones that matter most, because they are the proof that you are serious about your commitment. This is where the unstoppable energy becomes tangible. It transforms from a burning desire into intentional action. You can have the clearest vision in the world, the most profound purpose, and the deepest conviction, but without action, it's all just a daydream. Action is the currency of the universe. The world doesn't care about your intentions. It only responds to what you do. It's the difference between a dream and a plan. A plan has steps. A plan has a timeline. A plan has action. This is where many people get stuck. They fall into the trap of analysis paralysis, endlessly researching, planning, and waiting for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment never comes. The perfect moment is right now. It's messy, it's imperfect, it's scary, but it's the only one you have. The great achievers didn't wait for permission. They took action. They built the plane while they were flying it. They learned by doing. They failed forward, using every setback as a lesson, a stepping stone to the next phase. They understood that an imperfect start is infinitely more valuable than a perfect plan that never leaves the drawing board. And in that pursuit of action, you will encounter the greatest test of all, resilience. The world will not simply roll out the red carpet for you. There will be failures. There will be setbacks. There will be people who tell you to quit. There will be days when the fire feels like it's gone out. This is where your unstoppable energy is truly forged. Resilience isn't about not falling down. It's about getting back up every single time with the same conviction as the first. It's the ability to pivot, to adapt, to find a new path when the old one is blocked. Think about Abraham Lincoln. His life was a symphony of setbacks and failures. He lost a job, a business, multiple elections, and even the love of his life, but he never gave up. He saw every failure not as a final verdict, but as a temporary detour. His resilience was not just an emotional state, it was a strategic advantage. It was the unwavering belief that his cause was bigger than his personal pain. This is the truth about resilience. It is fueled by a profound sense of purpose. When your why is strong enough, your how will always be found. But resilience isn't just about withstanding the blows, it's about learning from them. Every setback is a data point. Every failure is a lesson. The path to mastery is paved with 1,000 mistakes. The great innovators, from Steve Jobs to Elon Musk, all share one thing in common. They are relentless learners. They are not afraid to be wrong. They embrace the feedback loop of action and learning. They build, they test, they fail, they learn, and they rebuild again, better and stronger than before. This is the engine of progress. This is the constant refinement of your unstoppable energy. You must cultivate a beginner's mind. Approach every new challenge with curiosity and humility. Don't pretend to have all the answers. The world is changing too fast for any one person to be an expert in everything. Your greatest asset is not what you know, but your capacity to learn. This is why the most successful people are often the most voracious readers, the most dedicated students of their craft. They know that knowledge is power, and that the world is a library waiting to be explored. This relentless pursuit of learning is also a powerful form of adaptability. The world is in a constant state of flux. The strategies that worked yesterday may not work today. The skills that got you here may not be the ones that get you there. You must be willing to let go of old ideas, old habits, and old ways of thinking. You must be like water, flowing around obstacles, finding a new path to the sea. The dinosaurs were powerful, but they were not adaptable, and they are gone. The most resilient species are the ones that can change, that can evolve, that can respond to a changing environment. Your career, your business, your life, they're all ecosystems that require constant adaptation to survive and thrive. And in this constant state of learning and adapting, you must never lose sight of gratitude. Gratitude is not a passive emotion. It is an active state of being. It is the conscious choice to see the good, the progress, and the blessings in your life, even amidst the challenges. Gratitude is the fuel that keeps the fire of your unstoppable energy burning bright. It reminds you of how far you've come, of the opportunities you've been given, and of the incredible power that resides within you. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. This isn't a naive, Pollyanna-ish view of the world. It's a strategic choice to build a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. When you are grateful for the small wins, the lessons learned, and the people who support you, you attract more of the same. Gratitude is an energy magnet. It draws success to you because it aligns your vibration with the very things you are seeking. It is a powerful, often overlooked component of the success formula. So take a moment every day to pause and be grateful. Be grateful for the sunrise, for the breath in your lungs, for the lessons you've learned, and for the opportunity to chase your dreams. This simple act of appreciation is the difference between a life of striving and a life of thriving. It's the difference between feeling drained and feeling fueled. It's the silent acknowledgement that you are a creator, a force of nature, and that the universe is conspiring to help you succeed. But true, unstoppable energy is not just about what you do, it's about who you become. It is the complete fusion of your burning desire, your definitive thinking, your clarity of purpose, and your unwavering discipline. It's a state of being, a continuous flow of power that emanates from every fiber of your being. It is the realization that your identity is not fixed, but is a masterpiece you are creating every single day. The person you are today is not the person you must be tomorrow. Your past does not define your future. This is the ultimate freedom, the freedom to reinvent yourself, to shed the old skin of who you once were and step into the magnificent, powerful person you are capable of becoming. I understood this. He didn't just study the habits of the rich and successful. He studied their psychology, their belief systems, their very identities. He saw that they didn't just have success, they embodied it. It was part of their very DNA. They saw themselves as creators, as leaders, as forces of change, and the world simply responded to that identity. You must begin to see yourself in the same way. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a pawn in someone else's game. You are the architect of your destiny, the captain of your soul. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, they are all building blocks of the person you are becoming. What kind of person are you building? Is it a person who is easily discouraged? Is it a person who is content with mediocrity? Or is it a person who embodies unstoppable energy, a person who is a force of nature, a person who is a living, breathing testament to the power of human potential? This requires a profound shift in consciousness. You must stop seeing yourself as a product of your environment and start seeing yourself as the creator of your environment. You must stop waiting for a hero and become one. This is not a journey you can take on the sidelines. This is a journey of total immersion, of radical self-ownership. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dreams. You must take them. You must fight for them. You must create them. And in that struggle, in that relentless pursuit, you will discover the most profound truth of all. The treasure you seek is not outside of you, it is within you. The power is not in the money, the title, or the fame. The power is in the process, in the person you become, in the unstoppable energy that you cultivate. That is the real prize. The external rewards are simply a byproduct of that internal transformation. So, let the world say you're crazy. Let them say you're dreaming. Let them say you're being unrealistic. They are not a part of your story. Their skepticism is a reflection of their own limitations, not yours. Your job is not to convince them. Your job is to live so powerfully, so unapologetically, that they have no choice but to take notice. Your job is to become a living example of what is possible when a human being dares to embody their own unstoppable energy. The time for waiting is over. The time for dreaming is over. The time for excuses is over. This is your moment. This is your life. And you were not born to be average. You were born to be a legend. You were born to be a force of nature. You were born to be unstoppable. So get up, take a deep breath, and begin. The world is waiting for you. It's time to show them what you're made of. It's time to unleash the power within. But unleashing that power isn't a solo act. The greatest lie we are told is that the lone wolf is the hero. The truth is, no great masterpiece was ever created in a vacuum. Every monumental achievement, from the pyramids of Giza to the rockets of SpaceX, was the result of a mastermind alliance. You cannot become unstoppable in isolation. Your energy, left to itself, is a single spark. But when you align it with the energy of others who share your purpose, it becomes an inferno. Andrew Carnegie, the Titan of Steel, didn't build his empire alone. He surrounded himself with a team of brilliant minds, each more skilled than he was in their specific domains. He called them his men of ability, and their collective genius, guided by his singular vision, created an unstoppable force. Carnegie didn't know how to do everything. He knew how to get the right people to do it better than he ever could. He understood that 2 minds, or 10, or 100, working in perfect harmony toward a definite goal, are exponentially more powerful than one. Your mastermind isn't just a group of friends. It's a strategic alliance, a council of advisors, a brain trust forged in the fire of shared ambition. It's a group of individuals who possess a complementary skill set and a fierce dedication to a common purpose. They are the people who will challenge your assumptions, celebrate your victories, and lift you up when you fall. They are your mirror, reflecting not your fears, but your potential. You must seek them out with the same intensity with which you seek your purpose. Your success is inextricably linked to the quality of the people you surround yourself with. Be ruthless in your selection. Remove the energy vampires, the doubters, and the dream killers from your inner circle. They are anchors, and you were meant to sail. With your mastermind in place, your burning desire can now be translated into a definite plan of action. A vision without a plan is just a fantasy. A plan gives your unstoppable energy a rudder, a map, and a destination. This isn't a vague list of to-dos. This is a meticulous step-by-step blueprint of your conquest. It's the how that follows the why. You must write it down, commit it to memory, and review it every single day. This plan becomes the daily ritual that turns an impossible dream into an inevitable reality. Think of it like building a skyscraper. You don't just start laying bricks. You have an architectural plan, a precise, detailed blueprint that dictates every single step, from the foundation to the final spire. Your plan must be that specific. What is the first brick you need to lay? The second? The third? What daily actions, no matter how small, will move you closer to your goal? This plan is your shield against the chaos of the world. It provides clarity in moments of doubt and a path forward when you feel lost. It is the practical application of your purpose, the physical manifestation of your mental design. But even with a plan and a mastermind, you will still face resistance. And this is where the deeper game is played, in the silent, unseen battlefield of your subconscious mind. You see, your conscious mind, with all its logic and reasoning, is only the tip of the iceberg. Below the surface lies the colossal power of your subconscious, a force that dictates your beliefs, your habits, and your reality. Most people are completely unaware of this force, allowing it to run a program of fear and limitation inherited from their past. The program says you are not enough, you are not smart enough, you are not worthy. To truly embody unstoppable energy, you must become the programmer of your own subconscious mind. This is the power of autosuggestion in its purest form. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about bypassing the conscious mind's filter of doubt and implanting your vision directly into the fertile soil of your subconscious. You do this through repetition, through emotion, and through absolute conviction. Every morning and every night, you must speak your desires into existence, not as a hope, but as a command. I am a successful entrepreneur. I am a powerful leader. I am a master of my craft. You must say these words with such fierce emotion that your subconscious mind has no choice but to believe them. This is what I meant by the sixth step of his philosophy, organized planning. He knew that the plan, the daily action, was the vehicle through which you impress upon your subconscious mind the reality of your desires. Every time you take a step, however small, you are sending a signal to your subconscious. This is real. This is happening. We are moving forward. It's a feedback loop of intention and action, where each reinforces the other, building an unstoppable momentum that no obstacle can halt. And obstacles will come. They are not a sign that you are on the wrong path. They are a sign that you are on the right one. The universe is testing you. It wants to see if your desire is a passing fancy or a burning, unwavering commitment. This is the true meaning of persistence. Persistence is not a passive waiting game. It is an active, defiant refusal to accept defeat. It is the grit, the stubbornness, the sheer will to keep going when every fiber of your being is telling you to quit. Think of the inventor, James Dyson. He developed 126 prototypes of his bagless vacuum cleaner before he finally got it right. 126 failures. But he didn't see them as failures. He saw them as 126 lessons. 126 data points that brought him closer to the solution. His persistence was not born of blind optimism. It was born of a deep-seated belief in his own idea, a conviction that his invention would solve a problem for millions of people. His desire was so powerful, so all-consuming, that defeat was simply not an option. Your persistence will be the measure of your desire. If your desire is a mere flicker, a single setback will extinguish it. But if your desire is a raging inferno, every setback will simply become more fuel for the fire. The moments of greatest struggle are the moments of greatest growth. They are the moments when you discover the true depth of your inner strength, the moments when you forge the character that will carry you to your destination. You must learn to fall in love with the struggle, to see the challenges not as roadblocks, but as the very things that are preparing you for the success you are destined to achieve. And this persistence is fueled by a profound and unwavering faith. I'm not talking about faith in a religious sense, but a powerful, unshakable belief in the unseen. A belief in your ability to succeed, even when the facts, the data, and the opinions of everyone around you suggest otherwise. It is the conviction of a pilot flying through a storm, trusting their instruments even though they can't see the ground. It is the knowledge that the sun is still there, even when the sky is filled with clouds. This faith is the final bridge between the known and the unknown. It is the force that allows you to take a leap of faith, to start a business, to write a book, to pursue a dream that defies all logical explanation. It's the quiet certainty that whispers, I can do this, even when the world is screaming you can't. This faith is not a gift. It is a muscle you develop through repeated acts of courage. Each time you take a step into the unknown, each time you persist in the face of adversity, you strengthen this muscle until it becomes an unshakable foundation for your unstoppable energy. As your faith grows and your subconscious is reprogrammed, something remarkable will begin to happen. You will start to develop what he'll call the sixth sense, a powerful intuition, an inner knowing that guides your decisions. This isn't mysticism. It's the result of your mind, now freed from the clutter of fear and doubt, processing information at a level you're not consciously aware of. It's the flash of insight, the gut feeling, the sudden brilliant idea that seems to come out of nowhere. It's your subconscious mind now fully aligned with your purpose, communicating with your conscious mind, offering you guidance and solutions that logic alone could never provide. This intuition is a direct line to your creative imagination, the workshop of your mind. Your imagination is not a frivolous tool for daydreaming. It is the most powerful creative faculty you possess. It is the place where you can see possibilities that don't yet exist, where you can solve problems before they arise, where you can design a future that is not bound by the limitations of the present. This is the birthplace of every great invention, every work of art, every world-changing idea. Your job is to train this muscle, to give it the freedom to play, to explore, to create without the constant critical voice of your conscious mind. And the final piece of the puzzle, the capstone of this unstoppable energy, is the habit of doing more than you are paid for. This is a profound and often misunderstood principle. It's not about being a doormat or a people pleaser. It's about sowing seeds. When you consistently deliver more value than is expected, you are not just impressing others, you are impressing upon your subconscious mind a belief in your own value. You are telling yourself, I am a person who goes above and beyond. I am a person who creates exceptional value. This is not an act of servitude. It is an act of self-creation. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds in kind. The law of reciprocity is an unbreakable law of the universe. When you give more, you receive more. When you create value for others, value is created for you. This is the secret of the world's most successful people. They are not chasing money, they are chasing significance. They are not seeking to get, they are seeking to give. And in that giving, they find a profound sense of purpose, a deep wellspring of energy that is never ending. So, where do you stand? Are you still a victim of the subtle, insidious lie that you're average? Or are you ready to become the living, breathing embodiment of unstoppable energy? The journey is not easy. It will require courage, persistence, and an unwavering belief in a future that only you can see. It will require you to shed old habits, to silence the voices of doubt, and to embrace a new identity, the identity of a creator, a leader, a force of change. The world does not need more followers, it needs more leaders. It does not need more critics, it needs more creators. It does not need more people who are content with mediocrity. It needs more people who are obsessed with magnificence. You have a unique contribution to make, a truth that only you can tell, a masterpiece that only you can create. The tools are all here. The blueprint is in your hands. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a metaphor. This is the truth. The universe is not a passive observer of your life. It is a co-creator waiting for you to declare your intention and take the first step. It is a mirror, and it will reflect back to you the person you believe yourself to be. If you see yourself as small, you will live a small life. But if you see yourself as magnificent, as a force of nature, as a person who embodies unstoppable energy, then that is what you will become. So, let me ask you one last time. Is the greatest lie ever told that you're average? Or is it that you have time? Because you don't. The clock is ticking. The world is waiting. The masterpiece of your life is waiting to be created. Will you get up and create it? Or will you let this moment, this call to greatness, simply fade away into the noise of a million other voices? The choice, as it has always been, is yours. Now go.